The next leap in solar energy is going to be efficient, printable, cost-effective and real, rather being a concept.
Innovate to sustain.
Hi everyone, welcome back. Let's innovate to sustain. Throughout the history, from fire to fusion, for every revolution or evolution to happen, one thing has always been the foundation, the energy. But in recent decades, the energy, the fuel of this world, has been accused of damaging our environment. In general, most forms of energy on Earth trace back to a single source, the sun. The sun? I'll brief you that in another video. Surprisingly, the most underrated deals, the greatest energy deals of all, the one that can never be accused, are the deals with the sun. Fortunately, there are brilliant minds across the world working to make solar energy the future of power instead of relying over the ones that abuse the earth vastly. Yes, they have improved the efficiency of solar cells to around 35% when compared to the 22% efficiency of the conventional solar cells. From engineering perspective, even a 5% efficiency improvement could ignite an industrial reformation. So a 12% jump is nothing short of revolution. And they have achieved this breakthrough through perovskite solar cells. Let's see how they differ from the conventional solar cells. In conventional solar cells, two main physical layers are made. First, the p-type silicon ingots are grown while adding boron into the molten silicon, that is crystallized and then sliced into wafers, thus to form the base of the solar cell. Then phosphorus is diffused over the top to produce the n-type emitter layer. At their junction, a depletion region forms containing fixed positive and negative ions of boron and phosphorus, which creates an electric field. A blue anti-reflective coating is applied over the top to reduce the reflection of sunlight from the cell. Then conductive lines and coatings are given over the top and bottom respectively of the solar cell. When sunlight excites the p and n-type regions, it produces electron-hole pairs which are separated and directed away by the electric field in the depletion region. These electrons and holes are collected through the metallic lines and coatings, thereby generating electricity. Now, the perovskite type of cells. They are made of hybrid organic-inorganic perovskite crystals such as CH3NH3PbI3, that is methyl ammonium lead iodide. These are compounds of halides unlike the conventional cells that are made of silicon. For doping they use an electron transport layer made of metal oxides and a hole transport layer made of organic-inorganic semiconductors. These act like the p-type and n-type layers in silicon cells. When sunlight excites the perovskite crystals, it generates, as usual, the electron-hole pairs, which gets concentrated in the respective transport layers. When these layers are connected to the electrodes, they generate electricity. The efficiency of perovskites can go up to 26% on their own and up to 35% when combined with the silicon cells known as the tandem structure. They also offer simpler fabrication and lower production cost, and that the ability to be printed on flexible layers. Sounds perfect, right? But not it. The major drawback in perovskites is durability. Conventional silicon cells are the rocks of this field. They can withstand heat and varying weather for decades. Perovskites, on the other hand, are sensitive. They react with moisture, oxygen and UV radiations. They degrade easily. But does it end here? Definitely not. Researchers are tirelessly working to arrive at solutions. Light is the simplest path through which energy from the sun can be harnessed instead of dealing with the ones the sun created millions of years ago under complex combinations of temperature, pressure and time frame just to yield fossil fuels. Perovskite is a chapter, let's celebrate it. But there are many more chapters yet to be opened. It's about the opportunities ahead, inside and beyond perovskites. There are innumerous ways we could triumph in by making solar energy reliable, efficient, portable and cost effective. We could innovate multiple solutions in ingot generation processes, wafer making processes, or optimizing the entire chemical compositions that generate electron hole pairs. Let's have a quick overview of some of the other ways scientists are trying to synthesize the best amount of energy from sunlight. First, the quantum dot solar cells, tiny semiconducting particles tuned to absorb specific wavelengths of light. Organic photovoltaic cells, thin flexible carbon-based polymer solar cells. Solar thermal collectors, systems that store sunlight as heat for use after sunset. Concentrated solar power, uses silver-coated mirrors to concentrate sunlight to run turbines. Artificial photosynthesis, mimicking the plants to make clean fuels from sunlight. Plasmonic solar cells, nanoparticles like gold, silver, aluminum that trap and bend light into solar panels. Photonic crystals, patterned crystals that guide and trap light within solar cells. Solar fuel generation, using sunlight to split water into hydrogen fuel with specific photomaterials like hemalite. Nano antenna solar conversion, tiny graphene based antennas capturing sunlight like radio waves. Space based solar power, huge lightweight panels placed in space to send energy back to the earth. Biogenic or biomimetic systems inspired by plants and microorganisms to capture sunlight better. There are many more methods. If you want any of these to be explained in detail, let us know in the comments. It would be a privilege for us. All we need is to convert sunlight into reliable forms of energy. The sun's light can be twisted, transported, and transformed as far as our imagination goes. So let's innovate to sustain. Our upcoming chapters are going to be more and more useful and interesting. Don't forget your formalities to our channel. Nandri, Vanakkam.